souls, and I've got one humanity.
Get yourself killed.
Let me think.
You could kindle the bonfire up there if you want.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Oh, actually, no, you can't, because you need to be human to kindle.
Well, I could just, if I used one more humanity or used
Yep.
one of those items, I could do that. Because
You
I'm
certainly
thinking
could.
my luck down there, that thing may not be too great, but also this is a place I'll be returning to a lot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So I guess spending an item and actually kindling it would be an okay investment.
I would say so, yes. Especially because normally when you do this, you're really frustrated because you just died a billion times, so you're actually spending 2 humanities on it. This is sort of like gamesmanship here. Almost.
Okay, so I'd need to use one of these, and
Yep.
that would give me 2, that would restore me to humanity, then I have to use another one in order to,
Kindle the bonfire, yes.
okay, well I got 5 of these, and I've also got a twin humanity, but, oh well.
That's honestly, like, you keep those with you just for situations like this. There aren't really other times when you would desperately need humanities.
Okay, I'll just use the twin then, I guess.
No, don't use the twin.
Okay.
I'm not saying just go crazy with them.
Well, I was just saying. Okay, so first
I mean,
would
especially
be-
because you already have the one that's, you know, that you had just gotten from the area.
Okay, just verifying. Okay, reverse hollowing, use another one, then kindle.
Yep. Nice and easy.
I can see what Gunther looks like when he's not dead. It's been so long.
Man, he's way uglier than I remember.
Hey. None of that now. None of that.
Now.
Okay. Oh, whoops. You just... Oh.
So, what did you do exactly?
I think you misled me, Vicus. Or I misunderstood.
I think you did.
Because,
Well, oh well.
yeah,
that's
because
life
it
sometimes.
only used 1 to return me to a human. I thought you were
Yes.
saying that it took 2 to make me human.
No!
Ah.
It takes...
Urgh.
Wow, now it's really not an optimal run. Oh well, that's life sometimes.
Thanks, Vicus.
Your item discovery is now higher. Until you lose that humanity.
What does that item discovery give me?
You find
I
items
die.
more often.
Okay, let me think. This guy had a long-range thing that wrecked dudes pretty good. Okay.
Weren't you curious when I said no, don't use the the twin humanity?
Well, I thought there was like something that was, I don't know. Blind run, blind run. Oh, and I guess while we're up here. Gunther, you're looking rather bloomy today. Something for the ladies.
Oh yeah. Look at all that skin. Not burned.
Look at all that beef.
Now go fight him like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll scare him with my abs. Hey, check this out. Been doing a lot of dragon flags, bro.
You're gonna be like, dude, check out this six-pack. You really want to fight me? And he's gonna be like, dude, I am pretty ripped myself. And then you're just gonna get into a pose-off, and when you win in the pose-off, he dies, so...
But that makes me kind of a bad guy, doesn't it? I'll be like that beach bully who always kicks people's sandboxes.
Yeah, well, in this case, the sandboxes are people who can throw lightning at you.
I don't like those sandboxes.
Exactly. Look
Hey,
at you
pal.
going all American Gladiator here.
Are we talking
That
about
is the
old?
attack that you want to be careful of, by
Are
the
we
way.
talking about
the
old American
jump.
gladiators or new American gladiators?
Any American Gladiators you want.
Okay, I noticed that my attack didn't do anything to him just about, so I'm not even gonna try that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got a humanity to spare.
Well,
Okay.
you're safe from him. He's not going to follow you through that door.
Yeah, you keep on doing your thing in there, bro. I think I need some sort of element to take him out, or maybe just lob fire bombs at him like crazy.
Yeah, it's just the kind of thing that since he's kind of trapped in that room, you can always avoid him until later. Titanite demons are honestly one of the most annoying enemies in the game because
Oh, so there's multiple.
Yes.
Does that guy come back, or is he more
No.
or less a whoop?
Careful, there's trees in here. Anyway, as I was gonna say, he does not come back. There will eventually be Titanite demons that respawn, but that particular one, and most of them in the game, really don't.
Well, that was kind of weird. The
You're in a forest.
A gentleman in a ghillie suit just attacked me. Good luck. Thank you.
You're in a forest. What were you expecting?
I don't know. The Dark Root Garden. And this whole area is optional? Or is this just one of the...
I mean, well, not strictly optional, but the part that we'll be going to is optional.
Oh, so you're actually going to give me guidance on where to not go?
Not really. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of guidance, but...
Whoa! Hey, I was blocking!
Oh dear, oh dear.
What?
Welcome to Unblockable Attacks.
Oh,
I give you credit for surviving that.
dick!
Yes, many of the enemies in the game from pretty much this point forward are going to have completely unblockable attacks that you're just going to have to learn the tell for and stay the hell away from.
I am terrible at reading telegraphs. Oh, God.
This dude is sort of like a small version of that, though, because his unblockable grab has ridiculously short range, and it's really obvious once it's killed you a few times.
Well, I haven't died yet.
Yeah, and feel better, because a lot of the time, those unblockable grabs will absolutely kill you. They all do, just a ton of damage, and probably the fact that you put up your armor is the reason that you're not dead.
Hello? Alright, you scamp.
Hey there, buddy.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yep. When he gets ready to hug you, just step the hell back.
Whoa, what? No. No touching. None.
Oh, you're actually really lucky because you're kind of meant to run up to that guy and have this guy attack you from behind there. So you skillfully avoided that.
Surprise hugs.
Yep.
Okay, I was actually wondering if those guys had come up from the ground like that.
Of course they will. They're trees.
They're trees.
They spend most of the time in the ground.
I see glowy there, but I guess we'll be coming around because it looks like I see.
There is a gigantic pit right in between you and that thing right now. So no, you are not getting that quite yet.
You're just trying to plant a seed of doubt in my mind. I'm on.
I promise you that someday you'll get it.
I'm on to your games, Vicus. And hello.
Remember that Crest of Artorias that what's his name sells, Andre?
Yes.
It opens up that.
Oh.
So basically, that's a locked door.
But there's something off the side, and...
There's something off the side, and there's also something else in this area. I'm not going to let you leave until you find this something else.
You're not going to let me? Oh.
Man, I'm really surprised
You monster.
there aren't any messages coming up.
Messages about what? Oh.
Don't go down that hallway.
Down here?
No, don't go down that hallway.
Okay. Is it death?
It's not death, but there's something much more useful over in that area. And normally there'd be a message here making it really obvious, but there's an illusory wall for the...
Oh, so don't go down there because it's a dead end, basically.
No. I'm saying this area here has an illusory wall that you should hit because it will be very nice if you hit it. It will be a good thing to hit it.
But I don't want to go down this side path?
You want to go down this side path, but
you said
after
not
you've
to.
opened up the illusory wall. No, not yet. Not yet.
What?
Not until you... Oh my god. You're so good at this.
No!
Do not go down the path. This big area here with the big locked door has an illusory wall in it that you can hit with your weapon and knock down. Ooh, also that's a summon sign, but don't touch it.
I wasn't gonna.
It's a summon sign for people who want to do PvP stuff, actually.
Oh.
'Cause-
When you said illusory wall, I was looking for like a white fog thing. I was like, oh, he's using some of them fancy words. Don't you talk like that to me, city boy.
I'm sorry, that's
just-
what the game calls it.
Uh,
Illusory wall ahead. Rest at the bonfire too. If you don't rest there, it won't. If you
Shit.
just light a
I keep
bonfire and don't
forgetting.
rest it, it doesn't count. And then when you die in the next area, everything would be a lot worse because you'd have to run by the Titanite Demon again. There we go. Now you can explore that path to your heart's content.
My heart soars.
Oh, and speaking of illusory walls, there's a fog door right there.
Oh, so it's not illusory, it's a fog door.
That one's a fog door. Boy, I was gonna... I was gonna say something about that to you, but yeah, that's another
that,
reason that I told
jerks.
you to get that. Nice use of firebomb.
They're dirt cheap. Oof. There was a vine right in front of the camera, and I thought it was...
Another one.
Yes.
The one unfortunate thing, by the way, you can't get rid of little item memos like that if you have your shield up, and it gets
Yeah,
really
I know.
annoying.
Well, I'm sorry.
No,
that this elf
I know.
hears.
When I say it's really annoying, I mean when you're trying to play the game.
Oh, I
That's
was
like
kind
a
of like,
warning to
I'm
you.
sorry, Your Highness. More pressing,
No, I hate
more
it. I don't
pressing
want to know that
matters.
you got a soul. That you got another soul. God,
You know,
what kind of run is this?
I have one humanity. I haven't
There is
died
no
yet.
boss behind that door.
I'm pondering if it's worth going up and investing in that bonfire with kindling or not. Since
Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea just because you have that humanity and you've managed not to lose it
'cause,
so far.
You know, given my track record, hell.
It's really just good to, like, not necessarily go for every single bonfire because then you'll run out of humanities pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you have it lying around like this and you're probably gonna lose it anyway, why not?
There we go. Happy times. And I got all my flasks. Awesome.
Hooray!
Now, on to suffering. Oh, did I say suffering? Now, as long as I don't go in that little nook, those guys...
No,
won't
they'll
pop
notice
up.
you.
Oh, they'll still come up?
Yep.
What?
That's basically when you get that item. That's for the rest of the game. They will be aggro. They will aggro when you walk by.
Oh, marvelous.
It is possible to not aggro all three of them at once. Not that you did that, but
Fern, you're in the way. The shrubs.
man, and we missed that beautiful, beautiful firebombing.
Don't even think about it.
No way, buddy. Trust me, these guys, like, compared to some of the grabs later in the game, these guys have downright pleasant ones.
So it's more of a snuggle.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of old-fashioned. I hardly know these shrubs.
Not on the first date.
Yes, I'm very much like that.
It's okay.
We all have our little things. Traverse. Onward.
Huzzah.
At least fire bombs are really cheap,
Yup.
because I don't feel bad about throwing those away. Quite literally throwing them away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I know that people who've played this game a million times are going to be screaming at me for always being so super cautious, but okay, there's a bloodstain. That means bad things happened up there.
Generally speaking, yes.
Try close range combat. Well, that's all I got.
It's a good option because it's the only option.
Okay.
The Darkroot Garden's kind of the first, like, side area that you can do in the game. There is a necessary part that you have to do later in the game, but this part right here is strictly optional.
Okay, they threw 3 of those guys at me. I think am I able to... Are you able to spot their shrubs?
Yes, they're. I mean, like, you know what they look like once you've played enough.
Because Oh. Yeah.
Have you met the other friend yet?
Oh. Oh. I just did.
Oh, you met two of the friends at once. Oh, you are in for some fun. Yeah, I'd be careful of these big dudes. Also, he just cast a spell on you that makes it so you can't run.
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, hey, it looks like it canceled out. Oh, there it is.
Oop. Oop. The spell's still there. Oh. Okay, I'm hugged. I'm dead. Oh.
Oof.
Well,
That could have gone better.
that bonfire was put to good use.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Hmm.
I'm glad that happens, because I don't have to worry about something in the near future.
Well, that was unfortunate.
You don't actually have to fight any of those guys. Now, if you want the item there... In fact, if I were you, it probably would have been better to grab the item instead of trying to fight all of them, but... Hindsight is 20/20.
Well,
Your bloodstain will be in a nice, convenient place that does not aggro them.
oh. Well, I wasn't really thinking about that, but point made.
At least that. The little things.
Alright, come on, guys.
Yeah, these dudes are just annoying.
Especially because they do the whole skip back thing.
Yep. And it's really hard to get yourself into a good position to take them on one by one. Just because of the way this hallway is oriented. You can do it, but it takes so much more time when you really just want to I want to go to the next area and actually do something new, not refight you dudes. There are several enemies in the game that are like this. At least your spear's in good enough shape to deal with them pretty quickly. If you hadn't leveled your spear a few times, it wouldn't actually stagger them in one hit, and then much fun would be had.
For you or me.
Me.
You're a cool man, Vicus. Okay, so... Those guys who wrecked me, they are... bait.
They are in the forest.
Well, get off me, plant. Yeah, they are bait. For the goodie.
Well,
And-
the goodie is the bait.
And it seems I kind of blundered right into the middle of all of them.
That you did, though they won't actually activate until you get, ridiculously far in. The second guy that you activated, if you walk into the woods a little way, you might be able to get him and, one or two of the Ent guys.
Wait, one or two? How many are there? I saw
There's
two.
a bunch in that wood.
Ooh.
I mean, I can't remember exactly what triggers all the tree guys, but there's a few patches of them. If you want, don't go into the trees and they won't attack you.
Okay, Mr. Knight. So he cast a spell on me earlier?
Yes, they will do that, and it just makes it so that you can't run.
Okay, come on.
I would just stay way back to the start of this.
Yeah,
Even
I
if you cast the spell, just wait for it to wear off and circle strafe around him like crazy.
Oh,
When you fight big guys like this, a lot of the time circle strafing is very, very useful.
okay, he is chufty.
He's fairly chufty, but he is you can take him.
Well, I mean, his
Oh, and when he does
spear
when he does
like
spells
nothing to
like
him.
this, when he does spells like that, you basically have a chance to get a bunch of free hits in on him.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, and my spear is doing almost nothing to him, so I pretty much have to firebomb him.
You could just keep poking him. He doesn't have that much health. It is kind of annoying that he keeps backing up into an area that, But yeah, the more you fight these guys, the more you'll recognize where you can get, 2 swings in, so that instead of 14 damage, you're doing 28 damage, and it builds up really quickly, actually.
I see what you mean.
A lot of really slow enemies, the key is being able to get multiple hits in on them, especially when you're using a fast, not necessarily extremely, strong weapon, like the spear. Personally, I love the spear. This is probably one of the fights where it's very useful just because you need to be able to keep your guard up.
Okay.
It takes a bit, but it isn't too bad, and you can speed it up with fire bombs, yes.
I want to save those for my oh shit scenarios.
I also hate to say it, but there pretty much isn't any way to aggro the next big guy without jumping up a bunch of his little buddies.
Well, I want to get his buddies first and separate them.
It's... The trigger for them is pretty much directly overlaps the trigger for him.
Okay. Well, while I'm here... Oh, hey. Okay, I've got a lot of friends.
Yep, you also have a new set of armor.
I do.
Ooh, wow, you just aggroed everything.
Well,
This'll be fun.
I'm doing my best. Okay.
As long as you
scamps.
get outside of the tree area...
Sweet mother of God.
As long as you get outside of the wooded area, then your bloodstain will be there. Alternatively, if you run back to the bonfire, maybe some of them will stop chasing you.
3 for 1.
Lovely. Is that a sale at Costco?
Well... Whoa. That was a
You
bit
didn't
of a...
see that, dude.
I saw him, that's why I was backing up.
I was talking about the first time he hit you, not the time he blasted you downstairs. Or back upstairs. Nah, up the path, you know.
Okay. Now, I believe I got all of them.
It's possible. You know, if the other guy stopped chasing you. Which
Whoa.
he probably did by this point.
He closed the distance pretty good.
A lot of enemies have sprints that they don't use unless you're pretty far away from
It's
them.
like Jason from the Friday 13th movies.
Yep, pretty much.
Teleports all the fucking time.
By the way, this is also where the stability. This is where the stability in your shield is really saving your ass. Because if you hadn't upped it a few times, he would be taking off, you know, just like a little bit more stamina each shot, and that would be enough to break your guard sometimes, and it would make the fight just
Whoa.
a lot harder.
Seconds? Where did you come from?
Oh, he was right next to the set of armor that you picked up.
Hmm.
You aggroed both of them. I was actually surprised that he wasn't attacking you until just now.
Well, he was being very polite.
He was.
Not anymore.
Oh, and these enemies do have stagger points, and if you can get a whole bunch of hits in on them, eventually they will stagger.
I thought it was a matter of your weapon actually having damage as opposed to hitting a threshold. Whoa, ragdolls.
Well, I think it's a damage threshold. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if you... Basically, it's a certain amount of damage done in a certain amount of time. They basically have a bar that's sort of like... Remember when you had poison?
Yeah,
It would,
fun
like, build
times, Fun times.
It would build up, and then eventually, if they hit you enough times, it would get there. That's essentially how stagger works.
Okay, so there's no other reason to venture into the woods.
Yeah, just never go into the woods again. You got the elite knight armor.